Good afternoon, church. It's been a few weeks since I've done a midweek message, so I thought it was my turn again. It is good to spend some time with you this afternoon. It has been great the last 2 weeks to hear some new voices with Laura and Paul as they shared their inspiration with the congregation, and I'm so thankful for them and for their messages of hope and inspiration. As many of you know, this past week was birthday week here at our house for our family. Zoe turned 5 last Wednesday, and I turned 41 on Friday. Then we celebrated Mother's Day, and then Karis turned 7 yesterday. So it has been a week of birthdays, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank all of you for making birthday week so special for all of us in this unique time that we find ourselves in. We had so many cards sent to our house. We had even a drive-by parade that was organized as people honked their horns and decorated their cars to wish me happy birthday and the girls a happy birthday. The different phone calls and Facebook messages and text messages. There was so much love shown and experienced, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of that. It was definitely something I've never experienced, so thank you so much. I hope this past Sunday that you enjoyed worshiping with Trinity United Methodist Church out of Lima, Ohio. I am so grateful for my friend Megan. She's one of my best friends, and we went to seminary together now 15 years ago, who is the pastor there. And I want to thank her for offering this really creative solution so that I could get some time off. I was starting to get a little burnt out. And I think that many of you probably know what that feels like. And so we had a great week, and thankful to have had the time off. Thankful for Trinity, UMC, and Lima, and for Megan, and for their graciousness in hosting our church's worship service. So I'm feeling rested and just really thankful for last week. I wanted to just spend a moment sharing with you a new way in which our church is being in ministry beyond the walls at Fairport United Methodist Church with St. Joe's House of Hospitality, which is a men's homeless shelter in Rochester, just a few miles away from us. And many of you are familiar with their ministry because we have a relationship with St. Joe's, as many of our small groups in the church go and prepare and serve meals on Monday nights all through the winter season. And so that's something that we already have done. I reached out to Pat DuPont, who works at St. Joe's, and Mark Renfro also reached out to Pat to see if there was any way in which our church could help meet some needs that they might be having right now. And we heard back a whole bunch of different ways in which we could share our resources with them. And so between the United Methodist Men, the UMW, Star Group, money, $1,500 from our 50/50 outreach fund, we are helping to provide lunches that they are providing at St. Joe's throughout the week. And Mark Renfro is dropping off food every Friday and touching base midweek about the needs there. In addition to lunches, they're also needing face masks. So our newly named Face Mask Task Force is helping provide face masks as well for folks at St. Joe's. In addition to all of that, they're also handing out 5 to 10 bags of groceries to those who lack resources for food. And so you can check the weekly email or the Sunday email, and you can find out different foods that they could use. And Mark will be dropping those off on Fridays, and there's information how you can get that food to Mark as well. Friends, this is what the church looks like. It is part of what loving our neighbor looks like. It is doing the right thing for our neighbors. I wonder if we could all take a moment this week to think about the ways that we are doing the right thing for our neighbors. How are we showing our love for others? How are we advocating for justice for others? Maybe it's sharing our resources, our food. Maybe it's writing a representative to advocate for an issue that's close to your heart. Maybe it's educating yourself. Maybe it's through having dialogue with somebody, or maybe it's through prayer. In all of these things, as we think through how we best love our neighbor and care for our neighbor and in doing the right thing for our neighbor, in all of these things, may we continue to love God, love our neighbor, and love ourselves. Have a wonderful week. Peace be with you.